And welcome back to Intuitive Energies. My name is Jane, and today I'm going to be doing wonderful readings for the Pisces Collective. We have the card of 10 offering, which is also for me the card of Wheel of Fortune. So this is a cycle that you're going through, but you're only halfway there. In other words, you're not really at the end of the cycle like they're showing here with the card that we're going to be looking at in a reading later on. So if you would like to be part of this, please make sure to subscribe. These two cards are linked, but they are standalone readings, so you can get all you need from this one. This card of offering, looking at it, first of all, there's a difference of trees between these two cards. As I showed you on the Sunday reading, this is a sapling and this is a full-grown tree with somebody at the top getting the insight and the hand up to see above everything, okay? So these two are definitely connected, even in color. You have the lighter green, and then you have the rich green here. So we're going to be looking at those, and that's the work that you are doing. The sapling is very small. It doesn't have great foliage. It doesn't have all that it needs right away. But the love and care that you are doing right now, what you are offering it, it's going to be a service to you and others. This tree is going to grow and become self-sufficient and also offer shade and oxygen to not only you but the rest of the world. So this is telling you that whatever you put your energy into right now should be something that's going to give back to you as well as the world. It is something that you need to give with your whole heart, and the love that you pour and the attention that you give and the inspiration that you bring to it will show. It will give back to you, okay? So this is a work you have to do. You may not see the results right yet. It's not bearing fruit. It's got very little leaves, but it doesn't mean that it doesn't have great potential to be something so remarkable that it will just keep giving as it gets bigger, okay? So you're not seeing the end result. You're definitely being guided by anything spiritual. It could be fae, could be anything magical that is propelling you to take care of this, to nurture this, okay? I love the offering because the offering, also the word offering, makes me believe that is whatever you are putting the effort into, it's not only going to be of benefit to you, but it's going to be benefit to the world around you, okay? Oh, I'm hearing, it says all these beautiful gurus, the people who look like they sacrificed their lives, you know, the ones who, like monks who just give knowledge. People say, well, they give and they never got anything back. They do. I think I've mentioned this before. They do. Giving makes them feel good. So it's not like they're just selflessly giving of themselves. They are getting joy back for what they're doing. So it is a give and take. You need a balance. Okay? I don't care who you are. I don't care what it looks like. You need a balance. It has to feel good for you to do it. Because if it doesn't, you're out of balance, and then things don't really work out. I'm going to be using the Mystical Shaman Oracle to pull some cards, which I feel is fitting. It's got a lot of green and woodsy, and also the good tarot to pull cards with. So we're looking at the work that we're going to be doing this week, Pisces. What kind of work? So I wrote notes when I pulled these cards. I always write notes of what spiritually comes in. And it says, your sapling is going to grow into a tree that will give you awesome perspective. I can't read my writing, Pisces. The work is good work right now. In other words, it's fulfilling work, even though you may not be able to see where it's headed or what it's going to look like. You feel it in your bones as you're doing anything that you're doing, whether it's working on relationships, friendships, careers, life events, anything that you're doing right now. It could be renovations. I don't care what you are doing. If it feels good inside, you are working at something that's fulfilling. The lower world, I love that. And I'm going to tell you why. First of all, I feel that it's the root system, okay? It really applies with the tree for me. And for a lot of people, people think that lower world means like, you know, lower world. But the lower world has such, the word that they're bringing forward is richness. And in French, engrais, it's like fertilizing everything to make it. In the darkness, there's a churning of all kinds of great minerals and ingredients that is giving you the fortitude to the tree to be able to withstand whatever it has to withstand in the world above it. Okay? They're also showing me they're talking about the willow, I think it's the willow. It could be another tree, so please don't, but there's a tree that develops a root system so intense that yes, I think it's the willow, when the tree that looks kind of, I don't know if it's going to make it, when the wind starts flipping it around, it's not that detrimental to it, because what's happening is that the root system is so strong that it would take a lot for it to get uprooted. It works on the root system, and that's what you're doing right now. You may not see what below ground and what's happening, but you are definitely working on the root system of whatever you're doing. So it can be a little bit, what they're telling me is it can be, or it can feel like you're not getting a lot of feedback on it. In other words, you're getting very little, hey, good job, it's looking great type of deal. Even from yourself, okay? Even that inner voice that you hear from yourself, which, by the way, is the mind. It's not the brain, it's the mind. The mind's a different entity than the brain. The mind is, sometimes I wish we could just click it off. But what happens with that is that the mind may be going, yeah, you're not showing much product. Look at this, doesn't have much on it. But underneath, so much is happening. It's getting everything so that it can grow into this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful tree. Okay? So keep that in mind. I'm going to take a quick look of what that says for below. I don't think it's talking about the intuitive hit that I'm talking about, but I'm going to take a quick look because I love utilizing the book. The author does the cards and creates such beautiful books for these, so it's always good. Yeah, the lower world holds the hidden treasures of humanity, and that's what I feel. It's like the hidden. The word here that's important is hidden, okay? It's a place of rich and fruitful darkness, where we can find the disowned parts of ourselves and abandoned aspects of our psyches, okay? And they're talking about ancestors as well. They discovered the gifts and lessons from the past. So, immediate gratification, that could be something that we learned from our past, from our parents, from the world we live in. It could even be the example. We want a car, let's buy it on credit right now. Let's not save up for anything. And we've had a throwaway world of a lot of things because we can acquire it right away. But the gratification of it is so short-lived that anything that we don't actually work on anything anymore to get it. There was something to be said about working and doing good work to acquire things. It gave you a sense of satisfaction, okay? And this is as here we can transform into pure energy and a source of personal power. So it is talking, I love that. And it's time to unearth your hidden treasures. It says, don't make yourself small in order for others to like or accept you. I've been talking about that too in some of the lives, some people who have been acting small. It's time to come right out of your shell. It's time to be bigger than life, okay? Bring out the gems and precious stones that you've kept inside your heart, hidden even from yourself. It's time to honor your past, recast your life as a heroic quest, okay? As you journey here, you'll be offered all the gifts of your ancestors' struggles, everything, the way they live, the way they die, and everything will become a blessing. So it's talking more about how your ancestors have shaped the world that you live in, but that's okay. 31, 4, the table legs, I always see that for fours. Fours is like the beginning of a great stability, okay? Those 4, and you put a tabletop, and you have stability. It's the beginning of something concrete that is actually showing progress. Okay. Let's pull some beautiful tarot cards. Three of Air. Queen of Air. Ooh, that one really came out. 6 of Earth. Okay, let's put these up here so that we can see them. Three of Earth. Messenger of Fire in reverse. And the 7 of Water, which is the 7 of Cups. Okay. Let's see, Pisces. I felt like pulling all of these out all at once. Underneath, just skirting the Justice card, finding perfect balance here for you. Right away when the 3 of Air came out, it's like a loss, a heartache, a loss of some sort, a defeat, a self-defeat, feeling rejected. I feel that we give up too quickly on things, and that's what I was talking about. With the Queen of Air being here, I feel as well that the Queen of Air is somebody who has experienced a lot of loss. So this is a lot about the mind right here, like I was talking about. Sometimes you have to shut off the mind. You have to let the brain do what it needs to do, but the mind needs to stop controlling the rest of the energy in your body. You have to be happy with what you are building right at this moment, even if it doesn't look like it's doing fantastic. I'll give you an example. I had tomato plants that I left outside a little too long. Frost came and I brought them in the next day, but all the leaves started wilting and I thought, oh, I've lost them all. They're going to die. But I noticed that the stem was very green and very beautiful, this color, really vibrant. So I decided to cut off all the leaves on the tomato plant and left them there. Now it looked awful for about a week, and then ever so slightly I started noticing little leafy buds coming out all over these things, and right now if I were to show you, it is covered in leaves. It came back to life so beautifully. I cut off the dead and the new came back in, but I had to believe and not give up. And think to myself, not react so quickly and turn away and walk away from it. Even though I thought, oh, I'm such a failure. If I had just brought him in the day before, this is the Queen of Air talking as well, right? Why do I wait till the last minute? Why do I do this? Why did I take a chance when I knew that this would happen? And I almost did, but I didn't. Instead, I nurtured, and I offered water, and I cut away the dead. And I looked at the stem and thought, there's still life in here, okay? So, this is returning balance with the 6 of Earth. Still using my story, is to see things as they really are, not as the mind is dictating to you that it looks like. Now, those plants could have been dead and they could have happened, but giving up before it is time to give up will oftentimes create an imbalance in your life. Okay? So the Three of Earth, what do you need to concentrate on? The Three of Earth, for me as a reader, is always the card about spiritual connection, the team that you have, the people that you surround yourself with that are positive reinforcements, your intuition, your spirituality, the people around you who support you, who help you, who someone could have come in and said, you know, those green stems look pretty good. If you cut off the leaves, somebody who knows about this, if you cut off the leaves, it will help it grow and come back, and it should. Okay, that positive reinforcement, if that had come in, or that intuition that I knew of thinking, if I cut off the leaves, maybe it'll stand a chance. All of that, okay? That sweep of, don't give up just yet. There's more that could be done. The roots were strong. They survived. They were lower in the ground. They didn't freeze, okay? So it's to meet the challenges and not get defeated by the challenges before they come in. This card in reverse is telling me that. Don't meet the challenge in defeat. Meet it with a lot of enthusiasm, okay? You have more choices than you think with the Seven of Water. You may be thinking half the time, I don't have that many choices, or you make up the choices before. In other words, you defeat yourself. You go, it's not even use trying it. Instead, try different things, see different things. And don't forget, this week is a lot about the ebb and flow. Sometimes you need to stop a bit. You need to give those tomato plants a few days to see what happens. Give them a week. And then make your next move. Okay, so this week, the reason I'm putting it's not in this reading, but it is in all the cards that came out. It's a careful and beautiful dance between ebb and flow of things. Too much action, you can defeat yourself before. Too much stoppages, you can wait too long for things to happen that won't. So it's important to find that very balance of going back and forth in what you're doing. So, you have stability. It is coming in. Everything that we've been doing in November has been bringing that in. You are working gratefully and wonderfully on something. You're helping it grow. You're giving it life. It is wonderful. Don't give up on things too quickly, and don't let the past failures and things that have happened, okay? Rely very much on the Queen of Air and her wisdom. She's somebody who's been hurt before, but she has a lot of wisdom. Don't go into the Page of Swords, who communicates really fast, but sometimes can make the truth a little distorted. She sees things as they are. She has a vast knowledge. So use her knowledge to let the mind encourage you in where you're going, okay? To bring back balance, to rely on people that will help you and give you good information and help you and be optimistic with you. Don't meet a challenge and defeat it before you ever even go up to it, and make sure to look at every choice that you have available for you, Pisces. All right, so this is the first reading. I'm going to let you go with this, and I'm going to look at the World card, that beautiful card that we were talking about this morning. So, like I said, if you're interested, click that subscribe button now and that notification bell to all. And we're going to look at the energy of this beautiful World card. This is what will be coming in if you practice all of this. All right? So I'm sending you love, light, and blessings. Take care, Pisces. See you later.